What's going on, guys? So today I want to go over the new rig with the new RV and new truck combination. As you have already heard by now, I've done the reveal. So I have the Ram 2500. For those of you who are not new to the channel, you've already known that. But for those of you who are new to the channel, I do have a Ram 2500. It is a gas model. It's not a diesel. It's a 6.4 Hemi. The new rig that we have is the Grand Design Reflection 312 BH2 TS. So that stands for bunkhouse triple slide. So we can walk on back and look at it. This rig is 37.5 feet in total length, so that includes the box plus the connection. So from the coupler to the back of the RV, it's 37.5 feet. It weighs in, has a dry weight of 9,500 pounds, and it has a total GVWR, so the total amount of everything that can be in the RV, the total weight being 11,295. So let's just call it 11.3. All right. So if you want to come on back. So down here, we maintain the Blue Ox sway. So you all know I love my Blue Ox Sway Pro hitch. With the Blue Ox Sway Pro hitch here, we had the same exact. Hey, what's going on, guys? Real quick, I want to make a quick insert on this video because I want to show you something right here on this on my weight distribution hitch. On the video, it's actually showing that it's set up incorrectly. The dealer set it up for me. I already knew I needed to set it up myself, but just with everything going on, I missed it. He said it was good to go, and then I got home and looked at it, and it actually wasn't until I really looked at it during the video while I was making the video that I said, you know what, I'm going to have to go back and address this because that wasn't correct. So when you're looking at setting up, the chain should be straight up and down, right? It should be straight up and down when it's locked into the handles. On the video, it's like this at an angle, right? And that's a problem because that means your measurements are off. And so what I had to do is actually come in, and I understand why he didn't set it up correctly. The trailer brake extension or the emergency brake piece was so far back that he wasn't able to move the handle up to where it needed to be. So that's why he did it. Doesn't excuse it, but at least I know what to do and how to fix it. And so I wanted to make sure I point that out. I pointed that out. So always make sure, always make sure your weight distribution hitch is set up correctly. That way you don't have any issues. That hitch on the 2800 BH Imagine Grand Design trailer that we had with the 1/2 ton, and then also I still use it when I had the 3/4 ton, worked like a champ. The only thing that I changed out are the bars. These bars right here, your weight distribution bars. The first ones I had were 1,500 pounds, and because this is a much heavier trailer, I had to make sure I upgraded the bars to 2,000, which is a benefit of having the Blue Ox Sway Pro. You keep the same hitch, plug the bars in there, and you're good to go. I'll tell you, when I drove this home from the dealership to here, just the ride of the trailer truck combination was significantly better than when I had this truck with the lighter 2800 BH. All right, so I know some of you all are thinking right now, the question in your head is, can you tow this unit right here with a 1/2 ton truck? Let me kill this whole conversation, this whole debate right now. You do not need to tow this with a 1/2 ton truck. You don't need to do it. I have a fully loaded gas 3/4 ton truck, which is a Ram, right? And Ram is known to have a lower payload just because the framing is made differently. And I have enough payload to tow this and a little bit left over. I would not have that with a 1/2 ton. And even if you had a max tow 1/2 ton maxed out to the gills, you still would be right there borderline. So by the time you put your family, your gear, anything extra in there, it's not going to be what you want to do. You're going to be overweight, you're going to be overloaded, which is illegal and is unsafe. So I'm going to tell you right now, and you all know I love my 1/2 ton trucks. I love my 1/2 ton trucks, but this is not a 1/2 ton towable. So again, you can kind of get a shot of it. This is what it is and how the length of it total. The truck is about 21 feet long. The trailer's about, let's round up and say 38 feet. So all together, that's what, 58, 59, about 59 feet long, all in, all together. So it's a long setup. It's a long trailer. You want a 3/4 ton truck again, because this is a long trailer. It's going to catch a lot of wind. It's a big parachute going down the road. And so you want to have that to be safe. So if you're looking to get a trailer like this, I'm going to advise that you don't even look at the trailer unless you're ready to commit to a 3/4 ton truck or larger, right? And so for me, when I had the 2800 BH, I didn't want to upgrade my truck. I wasn't interested in a 3/4 ton truck. I just didn't want it. I didn't want to sacrifice on the ride. I didn't want it to be my daily driver. And I understand that philosophy. I understand if that's you, I get it. Trust me, I get it. But there's also a reality that we need to understand that this is not the RV if you're a person who wants to stick with the half-ton truck. So from there, we're gonna go ahead and take off. And I want to show you some towing experience on it. It's a beautiful day, beautiful sunny day, not very windy. So we're not gonna get a lot of advantages on the wind. I'll wait till another windy day to make another towing video so you can see for yourself how this handles, how it tows. Another question that a lot of people have asked is this gas engine truck strong enough to pull this? My short answer is absolutely. I'm not lacking anything. We got some mountain trips planned. I'm definitely going to record that so you can see how this truck, how this length of an RV handles up in the mountains, going up and down the hills and the grades, how it works when you're passing 18-wheelers, all of that stuff. So make sure you please subscribe and join on to the fun of the channel. But I'm going to have a lot of videos coming out with this. And so let's go ahead and do this. Okay guys, so here's the first trip, the first tow, outside of going from the dealership to my house. And so I just kind of wanted to go through how it feels with the truck, how everything is weighing, how the weight feels, how the wind is working. And so far just driving through the neighborhood, out towards the highway. But again, there's just I can't stress this enough, guys. I know I've said it a couple times already in this video. You need a 3/4 ton truck or higher to pull this trailer effectively. You can feel the extra weight behind you. It does make it more of a comfortable ride though. And in me saying that, I want to remind everybody, I am a huge half-ton truck fan, but I'm also a bigger fan of being safe and telling you guys the truth. So something to think about there, guys. That's not a knock on the half-ton truck, but there's some things it can do, there's some things it can't do. In terms of just light acceleration in lower gears from 0 to 35, I found that this truck does really well. It's a gas, 2500 gas, 6.4 liter Hemi. And so I'm not lacking power. Am I going to win any races anytime soon? Absolutely not. But, with the trailer almost 38 feet long, I'm not really looking to win a race. I'm looking to arrive safely and under control. And so that's what we're seeing. That's what I've experienced so far. And I'm going to show you how it feels. We're getting ready to get on the highway here, and we'll go from there. So here we go. All right, so here we go. Getting on the highway. Acceleration feels good. I'm at 45 miles an hour. And I touched about 3,500 RPMs. So just in the few minutes here of traveling with this trailer versus the 2800, which was gross vehicle weight rating for the 2800 was 7,995 pounds. So the GVWR for this trailer is 11,295. So you're looking at what, about 3,000 pounds, almost three or four, something like that, 1,000 pounds difference. And I mean, this thing is cruising. Now I'm very curious to see how it stops, because I have to imagine the law of physics will be much different. Something that's pretty neat, I'm not even thinking about a trailer brake right now. Haven't had a need, haven't passed an 18-wheeler either. There's one coming up. I'm gonna try to slow down and see if you can catch up with me, because I really want you all to see how this reacts, how the trailer acts, and kind of give you some feedback on how it feels. But man, it feels really good right now. I'm really impressed with it. Here's what was interesting to me. The 2800 BH that we traded out was actually lighter than the actual truck. This trailer empty is heavier than this truck is. So I was very curious, okay, since the trailer is heavier, is it going to be tossing me around more? Which part of the combination was going to be more in control, the truck or the trailer? And I can tell you, I feel just as much as in control. And this is, again, guys, why I say you need a 3/4 ton truck and not a half-ton truck. I've seen on the threads where some guys are like, no, I pull it with a half-ton truck. First of all, I'm going to say this, flat out, get mad at me if you want to. You're overweight. If you're camping and you have, unless you're just only you driving, nothing in the camper, you might be right at your limit. But if you have anything else in there, you're not going to convince me for any half-ton that you're not overweight. I don't care who you are. So go ahead and debate that in the comments all you want, but I'm telling you right now, there's no way you're towing this rig, really camping with it, with anybody else in the vehicle, with any type of luggage in the vehicle, and you're not overweight. Don't believe it at all. Even though the weight is on the trailer side, with the right distribution hitch, strong frame of a 3/4 ton truck, this is awesome. I don't feel like I'm jumping around. My tail's not jumping around. It's not, you know, the tail's not wagging the dog, as they say. I am very much impressed with this. I'm very happy with what I'm experiencing. And so I'm actually coming up on my exit, but I have not passed an 18-wheeler yet. The other 18-wheeler I was hoping was going to catch up is still farther back there. So I'm actually going to pass my exit, drive a little bit more, and see if we can catch up, or if this 18-wheeler can catch up, and we'll see what happens. All right, guys, so I haven't run up into any 18-wheelers, but I have had the opportunity to accelerate pretty aggressively. Does it no differently from it did when I had my 2800 BH. So that's interesting in itself. The engine performs, tried and true engine. Is it the strongest out there, the fastest? No, but it gets the job done, and I don't feel like I'm lacking anything. So that the bad thing is I haven't passed an 18-wheeler. The good thing is I'm coming up to a truck stop, which means they have a weigh station, which means I'm going to go ahead and do that. I'm going to check my weights, because that's a whole nother thing to talk about that I'll show you when it comes time to setting up your hitch and when you get a new trailer and things of that nature. So that'll be helpful. But I'm going to do this really quick. I'm going to pull into the weigh station, get the weights, see what goes on there, and then on the way back to the next exit, I'm pretty confident I'll pass some 18-wheeler. So I want to talk about something, guys. There's two truck stops here, as you can see, one to my right, one to my left, with a significantly longer trailer than what I've typically pulled in the past. So automatically, for you newbies out there that are looking to get into RV, it's all about forward thinking, right? So I decided to pass the one on the right. The reason being, there's two reasons really. One, the exit is back that way. So I would much rather have to make a right-hand turn from this weigh station over here, as opposed to making a left-hand turn from the one over there. Because now I have my truck and this long trailer to cross over the road. That's the first thing. The second piece is always look at the incline, the steepness, or the grade, excuse me, of the incline that you're looking to turn into. Because now you're thinking about, is it going to scrape the bottom of your rig? Are you going to have enough space or room to clear it? All of that's going to take time. You're going to have to go slower. You put more risk. So always think ahead to put yourself in a position so that when you pull out, or when you have to exit wherever you went, you have the path of least resistance. That's so important, guys. I can't express that enough. Just the little things. I know it's, you know, for many of you experienced guys, you're like, well, duh, Nick, but these are the things that really helped me out when I first started, and the things that I wish other folks had told me about. Some of the things I had to learn on my own. So just finished weighing, guys. I'm pulling out of it now. Interestingly enough, do you know I have never had to wait in a line for a weigh station across the country? Never have I ever had to wait. So I'm pulling out nice and slow, kind of bumpy, but you see I made a right turn and I'm about to get right back on the highway, and it's much less stressful, right? I'm not trying to wait for 2 lanes of traffic coming across. The grade isn't too steep to where I have to worry about it scraping. It's just a good decision. And these are some of the things that you should be thinking about, especially when you move to a longer trailer. So this is something I hope will hopefully help folks. All right, so here we go. I'm going to accelerate, getting onto the interstate here. Let's see what we can get into. All right. Feels good, guys. Not lacking any power. Am I going to run away from anybody? Probably not. Not looking to do that. All right, here we go. So I'm getting onto highway, passing an 18-wheeler. So all that gust of wind, nothing. Didn't feel any sway. Literally didn't feel anything. Got on the highway, didn't feel anything. Beautiful job. No sway. Everything handled well. It was comfortable. All right, guys. So I got it unhitched. It is at the lot. I'm about to pull off, and I'm looking at the gas. For my trip, it was 7.5 miles per gallon over a span of 16.2 miles. So not the best sample size to see what the real fuel mileage is going to be, but you know, it's a good preliminary indicator, I guess you could say. But I'll know more once we get a longer ride. I should have done the gas mileage test from the dealership home. I just didn't think about it. I guess the excitement or whatever was kicking in. Just really focusing more on how the ride actually felt. So thanks for watching, guys. I appreciate you. God bless. Take care. And we'll see you in the next one. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Thanks.